Hello Ferris, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller, Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your leads, and your presence. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website, see if those tips and tricks could outrank them, get you on the first page of Google, which increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. So whatever I talk about here, you could use on your own for your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll show you these steps for your business. So first is content. In content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. That's on your home page. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you could place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So as you can see here, you got a nice laid out website, eye-popping with some of the pictures coming in. Got some of the words from you guys. It kind of shows your value, who you are. But one thing I would just increase is just the relevant content, your keywords, and that increases your searchability on Google. So speaking of Google, if I was living in the Pacific California area, I might type in plumbing services. Here's what comes up. A lot of times ads come up here. They're hit or miss. You could invest in those if you haven't already. But data just shows a lot of times consumers skip over those. Sometimes they go to the map pack here. So if you do have that pacifica address, you want to be in here, but I'll talk more about that later. And then we call these organics right here. We feel this is the most important for Google searchability. So the goal is to organically be on the first page of any kind of service you do or area you provide for. So, and typically we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because the consumers usually go to a local company's homepage, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So scrolling down here, you can see, your web page not on the first page here, which is okay. You can do some things to get on that first page of Google. So even if you could beat someone in the middle, like I'll compare your website to this Sugar Bear Plumbing. They have a off website in your area. If you could beat them, get them out of your area, you'd be on that first page of Google, and we're talking about plumbing services, Pacifica, California. So to do that comparison, there's a tool we use called Ahrefs, and here's your website right there. And here's your number. So right now, this is what I'm saying. You don't have any keywords that's giving you searchability for Google. So think about all the buyer intent keywords, plumbing services, plumbing repair, emergency services, Pacifica. If you go to San Francisco, all the areas you serve, that's how you increase your keywords. Just compare that to, here's their website here. They do a good job. They're a big name brand in the area, but it's definitely beatable still. So they're off page here in Pacifica. That's your backyard. We want to outrank them. So they're only using 4 keywords themselves. So it won't take much to beat them. But here's some of the words that's giving them searchability. So you want to have higher volume, the better. But you could take these. Great thing about keywords, you don't have to recreate the wheel. Okay, you could take these 4 keywords, put them on your website, and embed them in there, and there you go. You have some rankability. You got some searchability, but you want to dominate them. So you want to keep adding more keywords, get as many as possible to increase your volume. And then next is backlink. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. So these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. Your person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have other plumbing services. This is not you. Hold on. Yeah, there you are. That's another one I just did. Yeah, so here's your website right here. So as I was saying, not all backlinks are created equal. So you want to have relevant backlinks. Websites that are in your industry. It doesn't do you any good for websites linking to you that's outside your industry. So again, here's your URL, and then here you have 8 backlinks with 2 reference domains. Okay, compare that to your local competitor. They have Sugar Bear Plumbing, so they have 784 backlinks, but they only have 1 reference domain. Great thing about backlinks too, hey, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You take these backlinks that are relevant, that are strong, you add them to your website, and then you keep adding more backlinks to dominate them. So this doesn't take very much to get on the first page of Google. Very easy, very rankable. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, your number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses, since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. As I said, if you have a specific address, you definitely want to be in the top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here. On page 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click much for services. People don't click here much for extra services either. So you want to be right in the front of the face of consumers. And to do that, you increase citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, and there's many more you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great too. So here's the idea that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So with your website, once your content, your backlinks, your citations, what they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitor. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's so worth it, to be in the eyes of consumers here and up top here. So not sure where your margins are, but I imagine that would generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads yourself online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about your goals, and I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this actual video, that helps me get better at making these. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this was informative. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.